Time to go.
To Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Oh, wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but, it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything. What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on, wake up. Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid what...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with...
Yes, please do. If on... So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named... That incense typically has no effect on most people. But for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I...
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Whoa, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd... The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? Oh, Paimon gets it now. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
All right, next let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try...
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining... As for Master, well, he has to handle... Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the den?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, The sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarasthana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strict...
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and there's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's...
Sorry.
It's alright, Kale. No, so, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I, in one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But...
so that's how you...
Yep. So please know that you two... I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. So
don't mention it. We are friends after...
You both have my thanks.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the stat. Well, anyway, let's get started on cleaning. Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to come...
I prepared a nice portable dish that forced...
no, you do
not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to...
You really know... Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my...
Yay! Thanks, Kale!
Oh!
Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moment.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official... But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure Master could obviously have a bright future in the academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a Forest Watcher. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pot.
Really? Paimon? Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why, is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Colic?
Oh, okay. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on...
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for...
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just... Yeah. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Monst. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or, well, because Kale, and honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you, but she insisted. Saying you two...
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been
Elisar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, in its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and the effect of—
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting up—
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to— Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they—
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience—
Paimon—
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for—
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to— Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you—
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Genshin. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though— All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think—
Yeah, we'd like—
All right. But I must warn you two.
No problem.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as Lunar Lotus.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar Lotus grows in the water. When fully mature, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Okay then.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could manage to gather 4, we'll rendezvous here once.
All right, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your...
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
Time to go.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari, what if...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. There's a unique type of anomaly that the affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to...
Time to go.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kind... Oh, Paimon doesn't like the...
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call... Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't... Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Time to go.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Illusion shattered!
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it...
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears is... If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far... For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's...
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from... By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the... And as for the withering... Its emergence is... That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time...
Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken... Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when...
Oh, her?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's...
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like...
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were... That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Because what you saw is of significant importance. My forefathers were shown much favor. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsol. What? I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for her. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions. No. I should be the...
Hypatia should still be in the cave.
Follow the wind.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Time to go.
Illusion shattered!
The wind knows me. Scatter! Into the wind.
What into that is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good!
Strange place. Clotting.
Shine down!
The wind knows me. Germinate!
Beg for mercy. Crush!
One with nature.
Illusion shattered! Shudder! Shine down! Ha! Crush!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong with—
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is the bonds of love. But don't you fret now. Today...
What do we do? We haven't seen her. Oh, there she is! Quick! Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who's there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here.
I see. So, you're I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying.
Oh, I seem to understand now. All the fruit...
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw—
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself... You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you in...
So, Hypatia...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, and at that very moment, in my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere. I was convinced they'd never show up again. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. Yes, no doubt about that.
Well, if some... All right, we're...
Sounds good.
All done! Let's... Oh, it's...
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spend their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense...
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally... That's all right. I'm sure you'll come to a clearer understanding.
Makes sense.
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution, stimulated by the incense. Taking in any sense, not to worry though. Technically, your body...
Well, that...
I must admit, I am quite envious of your ability.
Whoa,
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing... If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru sages have said that that's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our...
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous.
Of course I do. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the den. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place.
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, the sages say that wisdom implies rationality. But that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational. Yes, if one struggles with the fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranar, it was incredible. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant. Just be sure not to speak of this if you
So, do you have any thoughts about the...
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any... World forget me. If only I could ascend past... If you two are ever in the area again, there's no need to be thanking me.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright, and had the...
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in this. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of. As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a key.
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the...
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter...
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required?
There's no definite answer as...
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but
so be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a... But all that can wait. How...
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintance. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise. So,
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend. Not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.